In this video, we are going to take a look at how to deploy a website or a funnel at our very own domain address. So at this point, if you want to deploy a website, you know by now what a domain address is. It's basically like apple.com or facebook.com. You can purchase your very own. I recommend a website such as Namecheap or GoDaddy. I think these are the two main go-to websites where you can purchase domains. GoDaddy is a little bit more pricey. Namecheap is a little bit cheaper. However, GoDaddy has a better user interface, so you can do your decision. I generally buy at Namecheap, but I also have a few domains at GoDaddy. It doesn't really matter. So just pick one and buy your domain. It's pretty self-explanatory how to go about it. So just make an account and then buy a domain, and basically you are good to go. I am going to show you with a domain address that I actually purchased, and just after the purchase I noticed there is a typo in it. So it's gonna be good for us now for demonstration purposes of how to set up a domain address. My main domain address is actually set up and actively I'm using it, so I can't use this for this demonstration. But basically after you've purchased it, you go back to GoHighLevel, you scroll down, we are still at the settings section, you scroll down to domains, you click over, and then basically you are going to add so-called DNS records to deploy your website. It basically means that websites are on IP addresses, and you won't remember the numbers like to your website. So people don't type in IP addresses to the browser, but they type in names that they can remember, like facebook.com or Meta or apple.com and such. So you just buy your very own, like petergen.com. If you don't have any other ideas, just use your name. It's gonna be the best go-to if you don't have a brand name just yet. After you clicked over to domains, you click connect a new domain, and then basically I'm just going to type in my typoed domain address for this demonstration. It was systems-ledgrowth.com. And I always recommend to turn this on, so the www would lead to the same page as if someone just types in your bare domain, basically. So just turn this on, and then if you are hitting continue, then you can go to a automatic setup. If it's a brand new domain, you can choose to do that. However, I would rather recommend to go with the manual way, because once it's set up to like G Suite and other platforms, it might mess up a little bit the DNS records, and then you have to do some fixing, or maybe you would lose your emailing service for a little bit until it's fixed. So I would always go with like the harder option, or a little bit more complexly seeming option, and add them manually. It's not gonna be hard at all doing this way either, so don't worry about that. And so basically you just have to add an A record and a CNAME record for the www. And then you just copy this one. This is going to be your main DNS. And then the provider where you purchase your domain might have set up for you a default A record and IP address already. So you can either switch that or just create a brand new one. But once you are coming in here, you just need to find redirect domain. We are not using that. Well, actually I'm using that, but it's really not necessary to use this. Anyway, so going over to advanced DNS, for example, on Namecheap, this is going to be my example platform at the moment. You are seeing what kind of records there are already set up, and I don't see any. I haven't used this, so it's a newly purchased domain, and so you should see something like this: a couple of records which you don't have to touch, but there is no A record, and that's what's really important for us right now. So I can scroll a little bit, pick A record, and then it was saying in GoHighLevel to put an at the host name, and then basically you just copy and paste over your IP address, and then you hit save, and then do the very same thing with your CNAME record. So basically a little bit of change, you just click CNAME www, and then just copy this over. Same way in GoDaddy or any other platform. Once it's done, it will depend on the domain provider's platform how fast it's going to be updated. So I can try to verify records right now. It might take to 30 seconds. My experience is that it's generally updating immediately, but if it's not updating, then just wait a little bit or wait a couple of hours, and it's 90% that it's going to work If it's still not working, then check if you have typoed or you did something wrong, or maybe you are trying to add the wrong address and you hit a typo at GoHighLevel, like you put an extra letter in your domain or something like that. That's generally the issues that you may experience. And now it's connected. So we are set up. Yeah, domain systems.growth is added successfully, which is perfectly fine. And so basically what you can do here is that if you already have a funnel set up, then you can come here and switch your funnel. And then basically, let me go back in a second, just accidentally clicked proceed, but you can see that it's set up. And so when you have a funnel prepared, there are like /URLs after your domain. So for example, systems.grow.com/welcome, right? And that's how your funnel is set up. But where do people go when they just type in systems.growth.com or yourname.com? You have to tell the system which funnel or website it should lead to. So if you come here and then you hit edit, you can see that you can set up a default page. I don't see any pages right now, but just because I don't have any funnels just yet. But if you started with designing funnels and now it's the time when you would like to publish it and put it out to the internet, then you already have a funnel designed in the website and funnel section. And when you come back here to this area and you are just adding your domain, you should already be able to see and select one funnel and add this as a default page where you want to lead them. Right now, I'm just going to pull in a funnel template as a demonstration to set this up. I come here over to sites. I add a new funnel and then I add from the templates. I'm just gonna select a completely random one, this SaaS one, and I'm just gonna add it to my account. Once the template is added, unfortunately, GoHighLevel goes into the editor right away, which we don't wanna edit right now. So we're just gonna exit it and go back to the domain section. So hit back on the top left corner, go back to settings, go back to domains. You can edit systems.growth. You hit edit, and at the default page, you can already see that it pulled in the SaaS sales funnel, and then after the slash, you can actually select which page it should go to. Obviously, I want to lead them to the home page, not the thank you page. I just hit save, and you can do the very same thing with a 404 error page. If you want to make like a nice looking 404 page, that's completely up to you. You can set it up and then you can just add that also the very same way. So this is pretty much it. You are good to go. And the way you can check it very easily is that you basically open up a new tab on your browser and then you type in the bare domain that you just purchased, and then you should see the template that you pulled in GoHighLevel, and then now it's a live website on the internet. So be thoughtful about that, and you don't want to necessarily put out something that is like half done, but this is the way you can check it the easiest way. And after your default domain is set up, then you just go back to sites. You come here to your funnel that you would like to adjust. It's very important to know that you can add as many domains as you want, and you can have as many funnels and websites as you want, and then you can select which funnel is belonging to which domain. So you can have multiple businesses from funnels perspective. You can have multiple surveys, multiple calendars and everything. So it's pretty neat that you can handle multiple businesses and sites from one single account. So basically, when you come in here, you click settings, and you see that the funnel is actually not associated with any funnel, with any domain just yet. So you have to come in here and actually select your domain here again, because now it's going to allocate the URLs that you have in your funnel behind the initial domain that you have, the bare core domain that you have. So for example, if I update this one and then I come back here and say SaaS-sales, it's actually going to load the very same page. But for example, if I just put a random text after it, it's going to run on the 404 page because it doesn't exist. If I come back here and copy in this one, which is already set up because we allocated that domain to that very specific funnel, then it's going to load up the homepage again, because this URL belongs to the whole funnel. And so the funnel will sense that, okay, this person wants to see the funnel, and then it's going to lead the person to the very first page of the funnel, which is going to be home. So it's very interesting because I'm typing in 3 different URLs, but it's actually leading to the same page, because if I also type in home, it's gonna again lead to the same page. So this is just the structure, how the funnel is set up, because /home is gonna come to the same page. And then also, because we can make different variations, there are also URLs of the page itself. So just know that, you know, there are always 3 levels to the structure of the URLs. You come in, you have a URL for the whole funnel, you have a URL for each and every individual step, and you have for each and every individual page, because you can split test the pages. So for example, if you are leading traffic to the home /home page, then it's gonna divide automatically which page people should go to, right? And it's going to do like a 50-50% test, and then you can decide which one to deploy once the test is done. So you can have like a home, and this can code like home-1, and this can code like home-2, and this is why there are like multiple URLs leading to the same page. I think you get the gist of it by now. And then the thank you page is going to be the first page, which is going to look different than the home page, is because we just copy the thank you and then get it up here. And also the thank you page, since this is the page URL, you will never split test thank you pages. Probably, if you will, then that's fine also, because you can come in here and then you can see this homepage. Like, it makes sense to change this because now it says homepage 1951. That's why you can see on the internet a lot of funnels, and people don't care about this at all, and just leave it as is, as the system generates it, and you can see all kind of random URLs when you are going through a funnel. So that's fine because it works, but it's not that professional looking. So come in here and also change this one. And if you've ever split test a thank you page, then you can just have those properly set up. So you can see I put in thank you, and the thank you page is coming up. And just to show this very last one, to have it all completed, it's also bringing up the thank you page, even though it says homepage 1951. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's still loading. But yeah, this is how you can basically set up the URL ecosystem around your funnel, and this is how you add your domain. So congratulations, because your funnel is now live on the internet. I hope your campaign will be successful and you are going to make a lot of dollars, because that's why we have this platform and that's why you are learning how to use this platform. So good luck again, and see you in